guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. Hope you had an amazing Christmas and a great new year. But let's kick off with episode 4 of my rewriting history save here with Poole FC on Football Manager Mobile 2017. As you can see, Spetch rightfully getting some recognition here for his dedication on the training ground. Callum Brooks pointing out that he's pleased with the attitude shown by Spetch. He's been an absolute beast for me so far, an absolute beast. I definitely, I couldn't have done this without you, Spetch, son. Couldn't have done this without you at all. In other news as well, Brexit it's looming, boys. It is looming, so obviously we've got to make sure that especially in these lower leagues, I don't think it'll affect us too much, but make sure, we've got this in mind. We've got this in mind that in a few years' time, this potentially could really affect us. We also have the news that Manchester United have sacked Jose Mourinho. Oh dear. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see who they get in, but Mourinho's gone. Mourinho's gone, and Mancini supposedly is the man that's going to be coming in to replace him. But what you've all come here is to kind of look at what we've done in the previous few games while we've been away from each other. I've been departed, and I hope you guys have missed me just as much as I've missed you. So if you remember rightly, you probably won't, but in the last kind of episode, we actually played against Welling. It's probably about, let me think. So this video is being recorded now, which means it probably won't go up on my channel for another 7 weeks, because that's normally how I work. So we're probably looking at 2018. So Football Manager Mobile 2018 is probably out now, and this video is probably only just being posted up. But yeah, it was quite a while ago. If you can cast your minds back, we did actually play Welling in the last match, the last episode even. That's the one, the last episode. And if you can remember rightly, we drew. We didn't drew. We lost. We lost 2-1. 2-1. It was that long ago that I thought the result was different. 2-1. Dan Walker grabbing the goal for him in the 4th minute, with then Harry Crawford grabbing a second goal for him in 90 minutes. We managed to pull one back before half time with Max Hazardine going the goal, and then the second half was rather boring. I remember that one rightly. It was very, very boring. We then moved on to an away match against Hampton and Richmond, and we got beaten 2-0. Goals within inside the first 10 minutes from Christian Jolly and Manny Williams. We just didn't really put up much of a fight. I remember I tried to change things up in the second half just to try and I actually changed formation in this match as well, to no avail. We just wasn't really creating chances or anything, and didn't really deserve anything on the day on that one. We then actually returned to Trentham Grounds and got a 3-1 victory against Oxford City here. Marvin Brooks, Bell Baggy, and a youngster coming off the bench there in the last few minutes, replacing Lee Wharton and grabbing a goal there. Rachubic, Rachuback, there we go, we'll go that one. Quite a dominating performance. Obviously very disappointed to actually concede the goal from Scott Davis, but 3 points nonetheless. Then we're on the road again against Hungerford this time, and a thrilling match, a 4-3 victory to us. Getting on the score sheet, first of all, 1-0 up within the first 13 minutes, Marvin Brooks. But they responded straight away with the goal in the 15th from Nat Jarvis. Then Marvin Brooks responded once again in the 27th minute. We actually then took a 3-1 lead through Marvin Brooks completing his hat-trick before they actually grabbed 2 goals back in the second half through Nicholas Bignell. And Rachubic getting the goal once more. We then, before the match today, the live com, we took on East Thurrock and actually just won this one 1-0. A very tightly fought contest, to be fair. Ryan Case getting the goal for us, and a very unlikely goal scorer for us, but coming in from that right-hand side and just overlapping and managing to kind of get himself in the box and grabbing the goal in the 42nd minute just before half-time. Second half was a rather drab affair. Nothing really going for either team. Both put in, enough to kind of get probably deserve a point out of it. East Thurrock did, but our defence stood firm when they were called upon. It was a very game that was kind of bogged down in midfield though, and very happy to get the 3 points off the back of this though. But now let's talk about some transfer news. Obviously, at the moment, the transfer window is closed, so it's just 3 transfers, and a few loans have managed to get into for some reason. The first one was Chris Kirkland, though. He has actually now signed with the club. He's just kind of some competition, some great experience he's bringing to the club. Because at the moment, if Hutchinson was to get injured, I've got no real option. I've got a good youngster on the bench, but no one I'll be comfortable to bring into the first team. So obviously, this just gives a bit of competition and experience to the squad. Matthias, a 17-year-old Austrian player, doesn't look the best at the moment, but he's definitely one that I've kind of brought in with the future in mind. He's going to be a player that hopefully will be able to follow me throughout the majority of this series. Hopefully we'll be able to kind of get him into, you know, he's definitely looks like he could be a quality player in the future, so let's see how far we can go with him. Alongside Matthias, we've also brought in his best friend, such you probably don't even know each other in real life, and but you know he's from Austria as well, so obviously they must know each other. It's Max Boonstappel, what a name! Boonstappel, Boon FM, Boonstappel can play in the central defensive centre or defensive midfielder. Again, not one best in the eyes at the moment, but one for the future. Then 2 players on loan as well. I didn't think I could sign players on loan, but supposedly I've been able to. We've got Kieran Flanagan here on loan from Crystal Palace. Looks like a very, very good player. Definitely for this level of, you know, down at this level, he looks like he could be a quality player for me. He's a midfielder. He can play in the second midfield as well in the central, but some very good attributes about him already. And last but finally, not least, is the lad on loan from Bournemouth. He's a centre-back as well. His name is Corey Jordan, and he's got some very, very good attributes. Only 17 years old. Again, it's just kind of one just to add a little bit of kind of pressure onto Spec and Talak at the moment, because with them two at the moment, there's no really, you know, no need to kind of mix things up, but it's good to have that kind of backup there just in case. So let's have a look at today's lineup, because this is the reason why you're probably here. You've probably just sat through the first 6 or 7 minutes just to kind of get to this point now. But we have lined up with a 4, you know, 1-1-3-1, I suppose you can call it. We've gone with the Chris Kirkland in goal. We've thought we'd start him a game. Chelmsford's a good game, I thought, for a bit of rotation in the squad. But the rotation didn't happen in the defensive. Is the ever-present back 4, as always. We've got McQueen left back, Spech and Talak in the midfield. The defensive central partnership. We've got Ryan Case at the ever-present at right back. We've then got the youngster, Boonstappel and Flanagan playing in that midfield roles as well, one sitting slightly deeper than the other. We've got Bell Baggy out on the right, the absolute beast Bell Baggy. Devlin on the left-hand side. Hazardine in the attacking central midfield role. And then we've got the youngster in Matthias starting up top for the first game by himself as well. It's a big ask for the youngster today. This tactic's working quite well for me so far, so we're going to stick with it. I have got a plan B though, but I suppose you want to watch the match, don't you? Right, let's get into this. Here we go. We're back at Trentham Gown. Poole Town FC taking on Chelmsford here. I'm hoping for a victory. I've done a slight bit of rotation into the squad, so you know. But I'm thinking, you know, we've still got enough about ourselves. We've got enough presence there to kind of get the 3 points today. We are starting off in on the attack. We've actually got a free kick here early on, which was quite pleasing. We play it out and out to Boonstappel. Boonstappel we've actually played it into Bell Baggy there. It's actually Bell Baggy had the shot. We've got a corner now. A corner. First few minutes, we've actually got a corner, which is good to see. We're putting him under pressure from the off here. Let's have a look what we can do with this now. We play the ball in Devlin with an in-swinger, but it's been dealt with now, and actually could catch us on the counter here. They played it in, but now going, oh no, he's got to get to that. But I think we've got enough back now. Hopefully this should hopefully fizzle out. It's not. He's got the ball. He's gone to the byline. He's kind of got around the one player, but it has been dealt with now, and hopefully that should end the highlights. The goalkeeper comes out miles. It does indeed. I'm really kind of hoping that the 3 points will come in today's episode. The live comms, you know, not being the greatest so far as such. As we're kind of going to be, we actually have an opportunity there. Kind of talking through this episode today. This is pretty much going to be all live. There's going to be no kind of editing done in the match now. I'm just trying a few things out in the series, because obviously the kind of episodes that I've been doing recently, some people really enjoy them, other people really did not enjoy them. So for me, it's just about finding that kind of happy balance. I think the Match of the Day style episodes will be coming back in some kind of form, as we do with the ball down the right now. Baggy plays it into the middle, but it's well dealt with. We've got another corner here. But yeah, not too sure. I might just do them sporadically, kind of throughout, or maybe do like a half-season review, where we kind of look back at some of the games and that kind of thing, and when we talk to kind of thing and bring the characters back into it. As I do think, you know, some people again liked Don Allen and Gary McScotland and Fred. But other people really despise them and just want to kind of hear me speaking about the game. So yeah, we'll kind of keep that one going, and we'll keep building on it, and we'll see where it ends up in the end. But today it's just a normal standard episode. Hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are enjoying it and do want to see more of this kind of thing, don't forget by showing your support by smashing the like button. And if you do dislike the video, which I am getting a lot of people disliking my videos recently, if you could just let me know what it is that you don't like. If it's me, then unfortunately I can't change that. Can you please just, you know, unsubscribe? You don't have to watch my content. But if it's something that I can change in my videos, as we have got the ball here, but it's dealt with again now. Case Kenny's going to play the ball back into the middle. No, it's a free kick again. If there's anything I can change that you're not enjoying, please just drop a comment down and let me know what it is, because I can't change it if you don't let me know what it is. It's all going well disliking the video, but if you want me to improve and change, let me know what it is. We do look to go in at half time, possibly 0-0, but we've got an opportunity there. It's put wide. It's a goal kick. The first half kind of flown by here. Not really lots happened. I've been talking a lot of crap as per, but yeah, I mean, I suppose we've been the stronger of the two teams. It seems like most of the highlights have come to us, and we do play the ball down the right hand side again. It's played in the middle, and I thought we were just about to kind of get the goal there just before half time, which could have sealed the kind of half time lead there, which would have been nice to go in at the break with a goal ahead. However, it does not. We're going into the break 0-0 as it's drawing ever close to half time. The goal kick has been taken there, and it looks like there's going to be any more highlights. No, it is half time. It's 0-0 at the break, a rather uneventful first half. Here we go, let's go. We got the first half, was bad, so this second half can't surely be any better. I'm hoping for some goals, and we're hoping for some goals from ourselves here as well, as I do think obviously we were definitely the better team, as I'm sure you can all agree, in that first half. The majority of the possession, we was the only team really causing any kind of pressure on their goal and actually kind of any attacking threat as such. But yeah, guys, if you could just let me know in the comment section down below kind of what you'd like to see going forward in an episode, if there's any kind of structural change you'd like to see, then that would be very much appreciated, because obviously I'm trying to make content that you guys would like to see, and it's quite hard with a mobile game sometimes to make it look appealing, as I thought we was going to possibly get a shot there, but it looked like it kind of just was a P-roller in the end, just rolling towards the goalkeeper. We've got the ball here again. Oh, some nice work there. Fabian plays it to Matthias. Matthias now. It comes to nothing though. Comes to nothing. We're going to win the ball back there. Case now is infield a bit. I'm not too sure what he's doing all the way there, but Flanagan now plays the ball. Lovely ball outside. Devlin knocks it into the middle. Oh my god, that was a decent opportunity there. Lovely ball out to the left hand side. Devlin plays a nice ball into the middle, but it just couldn't be directed goalwards. There from, I think it was Hazeldine actually putting the ball, trying to put the ball on target there, but wasn't 100% sure though. Talak now on the ball, and I'm going to have to probably change things up very shortly because it doesn't seem to be working. We seem to be getting the ball forward, but don't seem to be kind of creating enough really kind of in the final third. We're keeping the ball a lot, and we're kind of having shots, but they're kind of from far out, going out for a corner. We don't actually seem to be breaking the defence down, so I'm going to look to hopefully change things up here now we actually are allowed to. I hate it when you press the button to kind of do something and then nothing actually happens. And the youngster up top, he's kind of been isolated a little bit, so I think we're going to look to kind of bring him off. And we have got Marvin Brooks on the bench. He's going to come in his place, and let's hope he can kind of do the business now. It's your time to shine, Brooks. I mean, Lee Wart, unfortunately, he seems to be slightly injury prone because he's out injured again. So it's Brooks' opportunity to kind of come off the bench now and hopefully grab his goal. Plus, when Lee Wart was playing, he's been really solid for me at the start of the season, but not so much recently. Obviously keeps picking up niggling injuries. Only keeps him out for a few games, but it's slightly concerning that he does get injured so often. But we've now got Brooks up top by himself, hopefully kind of leading the line a little bit stronger than the youngster. Brought him in, he played well, to be fair. He's done a decent job, he's done kind of what I've asked of him. But it's now time for the more experienced player of Marvin Brooks to come and claim his stake for that starting spot. We've got Bell bagging now down the right place into the box. It's a decent ball in, but once again, no one really there. Their defence is sitting quite deep, as I've noticed. Ryan Case with a free kick here. Plays into Talak. Talak plays into Boonstaple. Boonstaple to Flanagan. Flanagan plays it back inside to Hazeldine. Hazeldine sees Devlin down the left hand side. Devlin now with the ball, plays it into the middle. Oh my god, that was a decent opportunity. Devlin once more. It hasn't actually gone away just yet. He's cleared now. But Case actually picks the ball up on the right hand side. Plays it into Boonstaple. Boonstaple to Hazeldine. Hazeldine plays it through. Brooks. Oh my word, that was close. What an opportunity that was to actually get on the score sheet. A very nice passage of play, that whole passage of play there. We kind of, even when we lost the ball, we did well to kind of work the ball back in to the mix as such and get an opportunity, but just not clean enough. As we play the ball into Boonstaple now. Boonstaple sees Devlin once more. What a ball out from the youngster there. Devlin just couldn't quite get the cross in. It has gone out for a corner, but that was an absolute lovely ball from Boonstaple there. Seeing Devlin, who's kind of the thorn in their side at the moment. And the one who seems to be the one creating opportunity as Belbaghi takes his corner now. It's in swinging, but it's been dealt with once more. They play the ball out, and hopefully they're not going to catch us on the counter attack here. No, of course not. McQueen doing his defensive duties well there and playing the ball out, not messing around, pissing about with the ball, just playing it. They've got an opportunity now. They've not really had much in this game. Hopefully this won't come to what. I'm pretty certain that's their first highlight of the episode, and they're 1-0 ahead. They are 1-0. They're 1-0 up. They are actually winning the match and getting the 3 points at the moment because they've scored and we haven't. This is not good. This is not going to plan. We're being the more dominant team, and they're through again. Oh, the keeper saved it there. Chris Curtin doing his job for once. You know, so he's actually been called upon, and he's 50% so far doing his job because the first opportunity obviously went in, and it really didn't look like it was a kind of going to happen. I'm going to go attacking now because I normally play unbalanced, but we need to go for this. We need to go for this win now. We need to get the victory. We need to get something Belbaghi not as effective, but I've got no real options on the bench. I've got no other kind of player who can play on the right, so I can't really take off him, even though he's not been as effective as usual. I've not really got many options on the bench really. It's all central, isn't it? And the guys there not actually playing terrible as such. So I'm going to have to kind of have a think about this and what we can do. But you guys don't need to watch that. Okay, so not many options there. We've gone for Leiden for Boonstaple. Not really much change. It's kind of a like for like one, I suppose you could say. But we have put the emphasis on attacking. Hopefully this last 10 minutes, we've got to grab a point now. I'm going to be really, really annoyed if we do not get a point from this because we've definitely been the better team here. We walk away with nothing from this match. It's going to be slightly... Oh, hang on, we have got an opportunity now. Brooks! Oh... I feel that was it. We've not got long left now. They've gone defensive as well. We've not got long left. Oh, I think that was the opportunity there. This is going to be a blow on us pushing for that playoff place there. Down to the last few minutes now. We've definitely been the better of the two teams. I'm sure you can agree. But it does look like we're actually not going to get anything from this match. We've got 4 minutes of added on time, which is, come on, we've got to do something now. 4 minutes. 4 minutes and we're not doing anything. We have got an opportunity now. Come on, this is us. Cutland plays the ball out. It is picked up by Flanagan out to McQueen. McQueen plays it inside. That's got to be a free kick. Red card. Referee. It's definitely a red card there. Hazardine being 3D through a table.
They're sick. Oh no, this is no way to treat a gold medalist. Look out! No! Oh, 3D through the table. The Olympian Kurt Angle just tasted the wood.
Yes, I watched wrestling. That was a wrestling reference. Hazardine now. Oh no, Hazardine, you went for the opportunity, the headlines, the glory, but there's probably other options on there. I can't knock him too much, but I feel that's definitely gone now. But we have got possibly another opportunity now. Talak now, the ball plays it into Flanagan. It's another free kick there. Referee, this is getting disgraceful now. Not really. They're probably just meaningless fouls. So just obviously feels a bit like NBA 2K17 here, where they're just giving away professional fouls towards the end as they do not want you to score. But we've got Leiden now. Plays it into Max Hazardine. Oh no, he's dispossessed there, and that's probably going to be it. The referee's probably going to call time. Right, they have. It's all over. It's 1-0. It's a loss again. Another loss for us here, and 3 points definitely dropped there. That game was ours for the taking. There, you can see. Although look at that though, 11 shots, but only one of them were actually on target. Which, yeah, that's very disconcerting, really. Obviously, I did rotate this side slightly, but I still thought the side had enough about them to kind of get the job done here, and it didn't. So on this occasion, it's definitely down to me. I got the tactics wrong. I got the starting 11 wrong, and I definitely got the bench wrong because there wasn't enough there for me to change things up. So I'm going to hold my hands up on this one, and it's my bad, guys. Sorry about that one. Right, well, after that, you can see we're now sitting in 9th place. We're outside of the playoff zone, but we're still not too far off. Only 2 points away from it, though. Concord sitting in 5th place. But yeah, still work to be done. Conceding goals still, and then still not looking, a massive threat in the final third. We're kind of getting there, but then it's almost like we don't know what to do. So it looks like January possibly could be an opportunity to kind of relook at that and have a look what options we've got in the transfer window. I'm very happy with the youngsters that I've brought in and the experience heading in Chris Kirtland, but yeah, we definitely need something to kind of impact the team now rather than looking into the future. But we're sitting in 9th place, we're still in the top half of the table, and still we're in touching distance of that playoff places, which is where I'm aiming to be anyway. So yeah, it's not all doom and gloom, not all doom and gloom. Right then, in the next episode, let's have a look. We have got the FA Trophy third qualifying round match, which, to be fair, I'm not overly too concerned about. So the one before Boxing Day, we'll go Wealdstone. We'll play their matches off camera. So we've got Concord, Whitehawk, Bognor Regis, and Dartford away from the limelight, and we'll join us back at Wealdstone, and then we'll see what we can do there. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed this episode, don't forget to show support by smashing that like button. I've been Just Mike Plays, and I'll speak to you legends soon.